Hey guys, this is Eric Binion from artoblog.com, and today I'd like to give you a walkthrough of a plugin I've been working on. This plugin is named Audience Intelligence because it allows you to gather actionable data about the readers to your website. The plugin consists of 4 pages: the follow-up page, re-engage page, feedback page, and the auto-engage page. And I'm going to walk you through those quickly and give you just a brief understanding, and then I'll follow up with a more detailed post. Alright, so first up is the follow-up page. The follow-up page is meant to be a general daily use UI. So just walking you through it, the gravatar for this person should show up here. You got their name, you got the total comment length. This is the length of all comments they have. Number of comments, and when you put those two together, you can usually get a decent understanding of how important, I guess, the reader is, or how often they come to your website anyways. On these email buttons, you can choose to click those, and you can send a quick email to the reader. You have the last time you emailed them, you have social authority if you add in their Twitter, and then you can get real quickly see if they're on your email list or not. Alright, so let's go ahead and toggle this down. Okay. So what happens is, now we can see the comment that they left, and he says, "Thanks for this post, Eric." Well, I have the option of either approving or archiving that. I can also see on what article this comment is. Well, I'm going to go ahead and approve it. Notice how it shows up green. Great, so now I know it's approved. And over here, you can see I've already left a reply. And at the very right, we have some other options. We can choose to leave a note for this person. We can choose to add in his Twitter account. This allows us to tweet him as well as get social authority for this person. And then also, we can choose to mark this user as engaged. Now, to show you how that works, let's go ahead and jump over to the re-engage page. All right, so on the re-engage page, we have much of the same information, but you have a few more options as far as emailing. So you can have email templates. You can use these for just following up, pointing them to other information. You can choose to engage via tweets. And if you want to send a link, you could just put something in here. And then the link shows up right there. Notice that as soon as I hit that engage via tweet button, that it checks him off as engaged via tweet. All right, and then over here we can see all the posts that this person has commented on and what category. And then again, we can update his user note if necessary. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over to the feedback page. The feedback page is just a really quick, simple UI to get, I guess, a visual representation of all the responses and feedback for your website. We do this on the front end. We have a little box that shows up on the bottom right-hand side if you enable it, that is. And so people are asked a question such as, did you like this post? Or you can change the question yourself, and they can click yes or no. Based on how many people click yes, how many people click no, we give you an approval rating. And then after that, if they click no, they're given the option to leave a response why. Sometimes people say, this post needs a little bit more work. Sometimes people are very rude. And the rude people are why we added this pending page. I don't have any pending feedback, or I'd show it to you. Basically, it just allows you to quickly go through and say, hey, this is useful, this isn't useful. It gives you a way to kind of narrow down that data. And then once you've narrowed down the pending feedback, you can come in here and you can, I guess, organize the data in ascending or descending order based on whatever information you need. And then to see the helpful responses, all you got to do is toggle this arrow down, and we can get the responses for a certain post. Notice for this looking for an internship, I only had an approval rating of 14. Now, this might be, hopefully, because I was playing with it myself. But nonetheless, this was a feedback that I did not leave myself. This person says, don't ask me this question every time I reload. So I would address the issue, and then I could come over here, and I could check that issue off. All right. You can also restrict feedback to within a certain date. So let's go to, say, June 1st. If you leave the ending feedback date, it just assumes today. Let's submit. Notice how there's less data. Let's go to the 9th maybe. Notice how there's still less data. All right. Lastly, let's go to the auto-engage page. The auto-engage page is a way for you to really quickly and easily add a pop-up and engage a reader after they've left a comment. So after a reader leaves the comment on their website for the first time, you can say, hey, glad you're interacting with our community. Thanks for stopping by. Maybe would you consider opting into our email list? Or, hey, glad you commented. Would you like to download this free plugin or theme? Something like that. So to accomplish something like that, let's say after the 10th comment for testing, let's add a 10 here. Let's add, thanks for stopping by. Something like this, right? And so what will happen is, as people come to your website, they'll get after that comment, they'll get a URL that looks like this. And then they'll see your pop-up right there. And they can close it as normal. All right. So lastly, let me go ahead and delete that. Lastly, let's jump over to the settings page. Settings page is just, it allows you to customize the feedback on the front end. You can choose to not show it at all. You can also customize how many seconds you wait. You can customize the delay in, I guess, when the reader will see the feedback again. You can customize the email templates that when you click the admin email buttons, you can customize the templates that show up there. The APIs tab, this is just where you add some information on your APIs. You can choose which GET response campaigns you want to track. And then settings dump, this is just to, in case you have any issues, you can report them to us and maybe give us any relevant information from that page. All right, so that concludes the walkthrough of the Audience Intel plugin. We have a lot more on the plate, and we're glad that you've considered using this plugin. So thanks for watching.